So welcome back to another episode at Teanomix, where we help you optimize your life with tea. In this episode, we're going to explore the Tie Guan Yin, one of my favorite oolongs, also known as the Iron Goddess of Mercy. We'll dive a bit deeper on how it got its name later. So the Tie Guan Yin is actually one of the most celebrated Chinese oolong teas, born in the province Fujian in Anqi County. And there's actually two types of Tie Guan Yins that we can actually access today. The more modern take is actually more lightly roasted, light in fragrance, and the more traditional one is actually stronger in fragrance. So the taste profile for the modern ones are actually more light, more green. They're more creamy, buttery, vegetal. On the other hand, we have the more traditional oolongs, which are more roasted and oxidized. Therefore, the flavor profile are more nutty, caramelized. You get more toasted grains. You may even get hints of baked fruits. In general, they're more complex. Now, the two aren't different. They're all from the same cultivar, Tie Guan Yin, and the majority are grown in Anqi. This tea usually produces a more clean and clear broth. Its aroma and taste can be round and thick. Texture-wise, it's very smooth and velvety. A lot of the oolong teas that come out of Anqi has this traditional signature rolled look. And color-wise, the Tie Guan Yin is generally bright green with dark sheen. The tea itself is oxidized at a 15 to 30% level. If you find yourself a higher grade, they actually carry a more orchid-like aroma. These are the characteristics that are commonly associated with this oolong tea. So long ago in Anqi, there was this poor farmer called Wei Ying, and he would pass by this rundown temple which housed the Guan Yin, which is the Bodhisattva of compassion. He would pass by this temple every day. The farmer didn't have much, but what he did was he had heart. And every day and every time that he passed by this temple, he would go inside, sweep the floors, take care of the place. He would light the incense, offer prayers, and he would do it all from his heart without expecting anything in return. He would do this faithfully every time to show his respects. One day, the Guan Yin visited the farmer in his dreams and told him that behind the cave there was a piece of treasure, and if he took care of it, it will reward him well. And what he soon found out was that this was an incredibly fragrant tea, and it soon became a tea that was popular throughout the land. So to honor this blessing, he called this tea the Tie Guan Yin, to pay respect to the Bodhisattva, the Iron Goddess of Mercy. So that's how the tea got its name. And to share some interesting historical insights, the Tie Guan Yin was actually worth the weight in gold during the Qing dynasty. Now this used to rival the Longjing tea as well. Now these teas were usually only accessible by the emperors, the aristocrats, the royal family. They possessed great currency. Not everyone had the privilege to drink it. It was during the 1990s to 2000s where this tea actually experienced a popularity surge again. There's also a Taiwanese version of the Tie Guan Yin as well, grown in Muzha. Because they're more heavily roasted in Taiwan, they produce a more caramel and honey-like profile. So if you're a fan of Tie Guan Yins, check that out if you haven't. And in the Chinese culture, people would actually give and gift the Tie Guan Yin as a form of deep respect and gratitude, especially during the Mid-Autumn Festival. So yeah, that's the Tie Guan Yin's taste profile, a bit of history and story. By the way, Tie actually means iron in Chinese, and this actually symbolizes the strength and resilience of the tea itself. Now, one thing that most people don't know about this tea is that it actually weighs heavier. The tea leaves actually unfurl more slowly, and with each passing brew, you're actually getting a different taste, a different experience. So higher quality Tie Guan Yins actually transforms throughout their infusions. And one more thing to add is that this is not your average tea. A good Tie Guan Yin, or the higher grade ones, will actually require precise altitudes, timing, humidity, even shade, as well as good soils to produce the results. If those factors don't align, then you're probably going to get a more weak, bitter, or flat brew. That's why a lot of Tie Guan Yins out there actually fetch high prices, because they can actually be challenging to grow. And of course, it's packed with health benefits as well. Depending on the Tie Guan Yin that you're drinking, if you're drinking the more lightly roasted one, you're getting the same benefits like a green tea. Lots of L-theanine, which helps with your mental clarity, calm, focus. It's also good for your metabolism, great for fat oxidation, and it supports your energy levels. The flavonoids that you find from this tea is also good for your heart health. It helps regulate the cholesterol, and it's good for your blood pressure. And the more roasted Tie Guan Yins are actually good for your digestion as well. This tea is packed rich with polyphenols. So it's great to combat the oxidative stress that you go through every day. Very good with just keeping your body in better shape. So yeah, there's a lot of good and a lot of gold to be found. That's the Tie Guan Yin. Hopefully you now have a newfound appreciation and interest towards this tea. If there's anything I can help you with, let me know anytime at the comment section below. I'm your host Andrew at Teanomix, and I'll see you on the next one.